Hello, Sagittarius. My name is Nigel, and you have found alchemy. Welcome to your April 2025 reading. Now, I don't know if you listened to your spring reading, but these particular cards are taken from that reading. So here we are. I did tell you I was going to remove those cards so we could expand upon them here throughout your month. You did pull two aces. To recap a little bit, you have the Ace of Water and the Ace of Cups, which is pretty much the same thing in two different decks. Your cup overfloweth. You have a lot of love to give. You're feeling it. It's really bubbling up in your soul. I really like that. You do have the Knight of Swords here coming in reverse. Let me see if I could lift that up for you. So you have the Knight of Swords in reverse. This is Mercury in Gemini, right? And as we know, this is the fastest moving knight in the deck. And when he comes in reverse, at least in my readings, I take it as something slowing down. Maybe it's you slowing down to sort of consider something in the realm of love. You do have this Jupiter energy, which is great. This is the Wheel of Fortune. It's Jupiter and fixed energy together, right? So you have Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio energy mixed with that Jupiter energy that is, of course, your ruling planet. And it does represent some sort of success, right? Optimism. Definitely, you're optimistic about something here. Now, your advice is the Four of Cups in reverse. This is Moon in Cancer. This is someone that is ready. You know, you're ready to accept something. You have love to give. You would like to accept love. This is a very, very positive thing, but this is personally positive, right? I don't see any other people here. So this is something you yourself have. You have a lot of love to offer someone. Someone you're ready to accept and you're ready to give love. I like that. That's very, very it's beautiful energy. Now let's look at your charms before we go on to your overarching energy. You have the letters S, C, and N as in Nancy, and these letters could be someone's initials. They also could be the name of a city, the name of a restaurant, anything. Keep a very open mind with the letters, and you'll see by the end of the month, either one of them or all of them will mean something to you. Now here in your charms, you do have Forever in My Heart, and this is coming in upside down. And this is either you or someone around you that sort of harbors feelings for someone that they don't talk about much, right? This could be a love from your past that you think about a lot. This could be someone else in your energy harboring something like that. You do have this earring, and this earring, you know, it could be that someone around you is withholding something from you, withholding or it could be you. I mean, this could be you. It's either you or someone else that is withholding their true feelings about something. And you have the Three of Swords. I mean, the Three of Swords is Saturn and Libra energy, but we know that this is some sort of pain. Maybe this is pain from the past that you or someone else doesn't talk about. A relationship in the past, right? That you think about, relationship in the past that your partner thinks about, but there is some sort of pain here. And you have the rainbow, which is really nice, right? The rainbow is the rainbow after the storm, right? Something beautiful that comes out of something negative. And this could be something from your past here that was very painful, or somebody else's past that was very painful, and you could represent the rainbow to them, or they could represent the rainbow to you. So with all that said, let's move to your oracle. I'm going to start out with the Norse deck. You have two of them here. So you have Hun, and it says reassurance and protection. And this archetype is pulled when Spirit wants you to know that you are divinely protected. And this archetype asks you to move forward knowing that, safe in the knowledge that you are divinely protected. You have Mimer. Now, this is a little bit different, right? It's wisdom. It's prophecy. This is also a water card, actually. Yeah, this is also, it's very watery for a Sagittarian reading, very watery. The realm of emotions is on the table for April. So you have this this archetype, and it's this particular archetype asks us to gaze inside our internal well, because he sat near a well, and he asks us to gaze inside our internal well of knowledge. And it's time to sacrifice what's easy to sacrifice in the name of what's worth it. And that could mean anything, right? What may demand our attention, right? What is it? Sacrifice of time? Is it being patient? Is it sacrifice of a person in our lives that no longer is on the same page with us? Is it sacrifice of a job, of a place that we live in? There is a sacrifice here that he is asking you to look at. And it's for the sake of the greater good, the bigger picture, which is your life. It looks like you're going to have some good cheer this month here in April. It says, with a kind heart and humor free, may good cheer rule, so mote it be. And if you remember, in my readings anyway, when this particular card comes in reverse, this is something, and it will focus again, I promise. This is something that you're not going to have to work on too much. You're going to definitely, there you go. You're going to definitely be in good cheer for much of this month. It's going to come very easily to you. It looks like you have a lot of really good emotions inside you, a lot of really nice things coming strictly from you. And I like that for you. You have here, where is this? Oh, you have Mercury. And Mercury is the ruling planet of Gemini and Virgo. But what's interesting about Mercury for the month of April is Mercury goes direct. Mercury is in retrograde for much of March, right? And Mercury goes direct on April 7th. So, we have a shadow period after that. So I would say more mid-month we'll be in the clear. Our vision clears. Our words are heard exactly the way we mean them instead of being misconstrued. So that's really something to look forward to. On April 15th, we have Mercury enters Aries. And our words are spoken confidently. It's very fiery, right? And without hesitation, boom. On April 16th, Mercury in Aries conjunct Neptune in Aries. Our thoughts can either uplift us or they can undermine us on that day, depending on how we choose to act and how we choose to perceive, because our perception is very important this month. Choose wisely here, Sagittarius. On April 20th, we have Mercury in Aries sextile Pluto in Aquarius, and your charm that day is at its peak. Use your energy to win people over, elevate your relationships, ask for that raise, do whatever it is you need to do where charm is important. Okay, so let's move on to this side here. You have 111. You have a 1111 actually. The universe is arranging people and experiences on your path to help you succeed and help you wake up to who you truly are. You are awakening to something. You're awakening to some sort of a truth here. So keep it in mind. Pay attention to the numbers around you. Do you know how sometimes we see 1111 on our cell phones, and sometimes we see it more often? Look for it a lot in April. You'll start to see synchronicities when your mind is on a certain subject, and that's going to be message from spirit. You do have the king here, and the king is number 12 in this deck. The king is also fire energy like yourself. It represents the emperor in this deck. So it's kind of Aries energy. And this king has a dual nature. He's either seated in benevolence and strength, or he's attempting to control and oppress. And this energy could be you waffling back and forth, or it could be someone close to you. So be mindful of that. All of us can have months like that where we waffle back and forth. That's right. You have the rotation here, and the rotation is number 69 in this deck. And it's sort of like the wheel, the great wheel, which just keeps turning. It reminds us our work may be repetitive, but it's also cumulative. So getting into good daily habits that may seem repetitive, like going to the gym, going for walks, waking up at a certain time, making your bed, sticking to a routine that may seem almost boring, it's important to your end result. No matter what your goals are, your daily habits will really will speak on your success in the end, for sure. So let's move on to your tarot. Now, you have three legs here, and these three legs could go in order. I've had people report back to me that the last leg happened on the first leg, and this isn't a science, and it's a general population reading. So, yes, they could be out of order. So I'm going to say leg one, leg two, leg three. For many of you, they will go in order. You have the beginning of the month, or at least leg one, this closed off, guarded feeling, right? You may be guarded about something. Somebody may have you on your guard somehow. Now, this could be a friend, this could be a boss, it could be a coworker, it could be a loved one. You have the King of Cups here in reverse, right? And generally speaking, this is Sun in Scorpio. It could be a man or a woman. Sun in Scorpio for this deck for sure. Sometimes he is Sun in Pisces. But don't get too hung up on the astrology of it. This is an emotionally stunted person, or somebody that's going through a time of emotional stunt. Someone like our king above here, right? Maybe off balance, or perhaps controlling. This may be their personality in general, or it may be a temporary situation that they're going through. Either way, you're being affected by it. And like I said, this could be someone you work with. This could be someone you're friends with. This could be someone you're in a relationship with. It could be family. But there is someone that's affecting you here, and it has you feeling guarded. You're like, you have your walls up, you have your guard up. But luckily, you do have the star here, and the star is Aquarius energy. And I really like that because it is healing. It is faith. You have faith that things can get better. And that's really nice because I do believe things will get better. You have here the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, and this is Mercury in Virgo. Now, the 10 of Pentacles in reverse is reevaluating long-term plans, long-term priorities. It could represent setbacks, temporary setbacks, financially, or within a family or within a relationship that you considered long-term. And you may be reevaluating it, saying, but is it really long-term? So you're going through a period of being closed off, guarded, sort of rethinking what's going on. You do have faith here. You do have some faith here, Sagittarius, but you are evaluating your life and trying to figure out where you fit, where your happiness fits, where your future is going. When we add this column up and we break it down, we get the number 9, which is Mars, more Aries energy, right? More fire energy. Confidence, it could be short temper, sort of impatience, wanting to get things right. You may be having impatience with someone around you. It could be someone around you having impatience in general. So moving on to your second leg, you have more fire energy here with the sun, right? Strength, empowerment for sure. But obviously when I see this card, I see Leo energy. See if I can get that to focus. I see Leo energy. So it's a lot of fire energy. You do have the Queen of Cups here. And, you know, the Queen of Cups is the King of Cups counterpart. And, you know, when I see this, yes, it could be a relationship you're in, right? Or it could be counterparts of friendship, you know, two people that usually get along really well that are having a problem. But you have the King of Cups upside down, right next to the Queen of Cups upright. And feel free to switch the sexes. The gender here isn't really the important part of the message. Next to the King, this couple represents one person who is emotionally healthy and stable and nurturing, and one who may not be, or someone who may be going through a time of temporary instability, and one person is sort of affecting the other. Here in the center of your whole reading, you do have the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands is Jupiter in Sagittarius energy, and that's the, you know, that is a very important card. It's, you know, it's what all the other cards revolve around, and it is bravery, it's fearlessness. This Knight sort of forges ahead with confidence. There is a tendency not to think before you act with this Knight's energy. So just be mindful as you sprint down your path to really give some thought as to how your actions and words might affect the situation around you. Here, this leads straight into the Seven of Cups coming in sideways. And the Seven of Cups is Venus and Scorpio energy. Not when this card comes in sideways, it is not everything is as it seems. all right? And especially with this earring, not everything is as it seems. Consider your choices and understand whether you actually have the choices you think you have, or whether some are just pretty dressed up sort of illusions. So the Seven of Cups is a card of choices. It's also a card of illusion, and it's coming in sideways, so it could go either way. And it's up to you to decide what the truth is in a matter. Yeah, it is up to you, because even when we add this up and we break it down, we get Neptune energy, and that's that confusing sort of illusionary energy that is difficult to cut through sometimes. It's Piscean energy for sure. Yeah. So that's your second leg. On your third leg, you have, I mean, this is nice energy. You have, and don't forget, you have the sun here, and the sun will illuminate the clarity that you need if you slow that night down long enough to really evaluate what's going on, especially because that is a mid-month thing, technically, right? And that Mercury retrograde is going to be going direct. And once we get out of the shadow period, it'll be about mid-month, right? That all of a sudden that bright light is shining on something. But you do have gifts, abundance coming in on your last leg. You have, I like this, you have the Six of Swords. You have this couple, this King of Cups in reverse, this Queen of Cups upright, moving into a better place, a more stable place. This is Mercury in Aquarius, right? Moving on. I like this whole leg, actually. Moving you from moving towards a better place, a clearer place, something that's calmer, something that's more predictable. And that's why this is a gift. It is a gift, because this gives birth to the Phoenix. And to me, the Phoenix is very scorpionic, right? It's death and it's rebirth. It's rising up. Something is transforming. Now, is it you? Is it your opinion about a situation? Is it your opinion about your life? Is it transforming into something different from how it started? Is it your relationship that's getting better? Are you leaving behind someone completely and utterly? I mean, there's something that's changing, but it is changing for the better with this Six of Swords energy and the Phoenix. And you have the Two of Pentacles ending this. And I like this because this is Jupiter and Capricorn energy. And this is someone who does the right, who balances everything. Once this Mercury retrograde energy clears up, it looks like it's smooth sailing for you mentally, but you do go through a period of confusion here before that happens, because when we add this up and we break it down, we get Saturn energy. And Saturn is the ruler of Aquarius and Capricorn, but it is, you do the work, you get the reward. You don't do the work, you get nothing. It's very black and white thinking, right? Especially with that Capricorn tendency, very like it's karma for sure, very, very karmic, right? You get what you put in. You get once the illusion clears up, are you willing to look at something for what it is and accept it for what it is? There's that too. Now let's look at your challenges, because I'm really curious to see what's fascinating already is I do use a double deck of these cards for a reason. So if a card comes out twice, it is very important. It is an important aspect of your reading. And here you have the solid foundation card, structure, coming out twice. And it's not only coming out in your challenges, it's coming out in your opportunities. So the challenge this month is also your opportunity. And the opportunity and the challenge is forming this solid foundation, getting through this confusion, understanding who you're dealing with and what's going on. I don't see any warnings here. It's not like there's this awful person you need to avoid, or you're not, and I'm not afraid to say it. I've said it. A lot of people don't like it, but I do tell the truth. I say what I see. And if I see somebody doing you dirty, I'm going to tell you. I don't see that here. This could be a temporary situation. It seems as though it's a temporary situation. Now, you also could be dealing with a human being who is not going to change. It doesn't make them bad. It just makes them different from how you imagine they would be. Now, that doesn't mean that this is your significant other. It could be, like I said, a friend. It could be a boss, a job. It could be a relationship. It could be a family member. But whatever it is, this very well could be someone who You imagined it to be one way, and you imagined them to be good for you in X these ways, and you're finding out they're not, and that you need to make some choices, some difficult choices about what you need for your life to be happy and stable. So you're forming a solid foundation this month, one way or the other. Either this relationship or situation is going to get stronger and you're going to get through it, or you're going to eliminate that which is the weakest link, because you want is strength, you want structure. Here in your challenge uh, column, you do have the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles is Mercury in Taurus energy. Difficulty starting something. There may be difficulty. You may be wanting to start down a path. Pentacles is earthly things, right? Buying a house, starting a business, being in a relationship where you discuss money and your future with money, or your future with making a solid foundation, right? And it might be a difficult ask this month, right? Because this is your challenges. And here you are, Sagittarius, because we have the Temperance card, which is the card of Sagittarius, coming in sideways. A chance, a choice. It's a choice, right? The sideways cards in my readings are always choices. A choice whether to approach this the way you usually do, or outside your box. Approach it completely differently from how someone's expecting you to and from how you expect yourself to. This is a choice you're going to have to make, because in the end, you are trying to hold on to something, okay? This is the card of holding on, right? The Saturn and Capricorn energy, this Four of Pentacles energy, holding on to what you feel is yours. You want it. You want to hold on to it. You're trying to figure out how to do that, right? Now, I can't help but notice this, right? In your opportunities, you have the Three of Swords again. Now, for an opportunity card, that's more than interesting, but let's start from the bottom. You do have the Six of Wands, and this is coming in sideways. This is Jupiter Leo. This is this is the card of success. It is the card of overcoming. It's the card of recognition. It's the card of victory, but it is coming in sideways. And this is going to make, you're going to have to make a choice on whether you see something as a success or you see it as a wash. And it's in your you have the opportunity to make choices about this situation. By the way, I didn't tell you that when we add this up and we break it down, we get more Mars energy. A lot of internal conflict going on for you this month. It could be with you or with someone else. But you have the opportunity for success here. And it will be wholly dependent on how you view your choices and the people around you. Because here you have the opportunity with the Eight of Cups to literally walk away from something. Saturn and Pisces energy, walk away from a person, a place, a lifestyle, or a thought process that just doesn't serve you. It doesn't make you happy. Going through the pain of letting something go, right? Saturn and Libra, an opportunity. We see an ability to part with something for the sake of the big picture. We talked about that up here. The second time, what seems hard when we are going through it will lead to our success. What do you need to give up? There is something you need to give up. Do you need to give up on desiring a certain behavior from a certain person? Do you need to walk away from a person in your life who isn't giving you, isn't feeding you? Do you need to walk away from a lifestyle that honestly used to make you happy that doesn't anymore? A job that doesn't fulfill you? There's something you need to walk away from. There is an opportunity to do so. Is it going to be simple and easy and carefree? No. But is it going to be worth it? Yes, because you got this solid structure foundation card twice. So it is going to be worth it for sure. Okay. Let's look at this deck. Let me see. I've been using this deck a lot this month. This is the Tarot in Wonderland. Let us have a closing card for Sagittarius for April 2025. The Magician. Interesting. You have the desire to manifest something, right? And you have the tools necessary to accomplish this. But it really it boils down to, do you have the desire to go through what you need to go through? Is it worth it? The bottom of the deck, you have here the Hierophant. It is Taurus energy, right? And the Magician is Aquarius energy. Some people look at it like it's other signs, and I have to tell you, I really do believe it's Aquarius. But bottom line is, you have the Hierophant, Taurus energy. It is the Hierophant can be looked at as a commitment. There may have been something you committed yourself to here that you're thinking about. Does this have my best future? I mean, is it good for me? Is it good for my long-term plans? I have all this love to give. I have all this creativity, because the cups are creative too, to give. Is this enough? Is it enough? The Hierophant can be very limited too, right? They're very limited. They're very like, follow the rules. I wake up, I follow the rules, doctrines, where the Magician is like, I'm just going to go off and paint rainbows just cause, right? Different energy, very different energy. And one's not better than the other, right? But if you could strike, where is it? If you could strike a balance, you might be able to pull it off. But I think there is something you're going to need to let go of, and it could be the way you do things, right? With this Temperance and coming in sideways, you maybe need to take a different approach to get this success. Because if you notice, this Temperance card and this Victory card are both coming in sideways. So this is choices you have to make. Do you come to the table doing exactly the things you have always done in this situation? I think that you need to change that in order to achieve victory. Okay. Now, as far as your numbers go, let's think about this. Okay, because we have Venus. When we add up all the numbers here and we break it down, we get the number 6, and that is Venus energy. Man, we started out with all this Venus energy, and we're leaving the reading with all this Venus energy. That could be career. Absolutely. Venus rules our money too, but Venus also obviously rules our love life, our heart, our emotions. And that is the sum total of your reading. Now, when we look at the numbers, the number 8 came up the most, and 8 rules Saturn. And we talked about Saturn before, right? Saturn is the taskmaster. It's karma, right? It's putting work into something. You're going to have to do that, even if it's mental agility this month. And interestingly enough, the very planet we spoke about the most is Saturn. So you have Saturn twice. And to be honest with you, out of all the signs, we talked about Aquarius and Scorpio the most. Aquarius coming out in the front. And Aquarius is Saturn based. It's Uranus as well. But you have Saturn that came out 3 times. So yes, right? It's difficult. It's about discipline. It's about tunnel vision. It's about you approaching something differently for your own well-being. I mean, don't think it's selfish to think of yourself, because this is your life too, right? It is. We only have so many days on this planet to be happy, and you have all this love to give. Now, like I said, this could be a job that's draining you. It could be a job that you're not happy with. It could be a friendship that's trying your patience this month. This could be a relationship that you have to reevaluate. I mean, it's going to be different for each Sagittarian. But we also have Scorpio coming in second, and that is Pluto energy, right? It's the big kaboom. It's death. It's rebirth, for sure. Now, the signs we talked about were Virgo, Gemini, Cancer, Scorpio, Aquarius, Libra, Pisces, Leo, Aries, Capricorn, Sagittarius, and Taurus. Hopefully this reading helped. I will see you next time. Namaste.